Chapter 6, Average versus Actual, the Truth About Returns. Has your traditional financial advisor explained to you the difference between an average return and the actual return? Let me break it down for you. Suppose you have $1,000 invested in year one and get a 100% return, $2,000. In year two, you suffer a 50% loss back to $1,000. Your average return is 25%, 100 minus 50 divided by 2. Your actual return is 0%. Not only have you gained nothing, you've lost 2 years of desirable growth that cannot be replaced, and zero guarantee you will not experience more losses again in the future. Wall Street wants you to focus on average returns, leading you to believe that's how your investment will actually perform over time. But as you've just seen, that's not always the case, and it is never the case when negative returns occur. Ask yourself, how realistic is it to expect no losses over the long term? This discrepancy between average and actual returns is just one of the many reasons why I began to question traditional financial advice. It's what led me to explore alternative strategies that focus on consistent, reliable growth rather than the roller coaster of market returns, where a single negative return guarantees average returns will never equal actual returns. You might be wondering, do these alternative strategies actually work? Good question. I'm not just talking about theory here. I've been successfully using these methods and personally vetting them for more than 2 decades, and the results speak for themselves. With just one account and these methods, using a little over $600 a month, I've been able to purchase land to build a house on my home place, make a down payment on the house, pay for miscellaneous purchases totaling $100,206, pay 11 mentor coaches $136,800 in fees, acquire equipment to start multiple businesses, invest in a profitable real estate syndicate, and legally not owe 1 dime of taxes in over 5 years. And here's the kicker. I did all of this without ever having to go through the hassle, delays, stress, or uncertainty of qualifying for traditional bank financing. My credit score was never once a factor either. As you go through this ebook, you're going to learn 1. The advantage of maintaining liquidity, use, and control of your assets. 2. Why saving is the first step to financial security. 3. How investing for cash flow is more beneficial than investing for high net worth. Do you know anybody who is dirt rich and cash poor? 4. That you finance every purchase you make, even when you pay with cash. 5. How to live a life of complete financial freedom from consumer debt in the shortest amount of time possible. The Bible makes the benefit of this crystal clear in Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. 6. When the right kind of debt leverage can be advantageous. How to have a life of complete financial freedom from consumer debt in the shortest amount of time possible. The Bible makes the benefit of this crystal clear in Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. I call the graph below the race to the zero line. The only difference is that the debtor starts out below the line when they make their payments after a purchase and pays interest to use OPM, other people's money. They eventually climb their way back up to the zero line to start over again the next time from nothing. The saver starts out above the line because they hopefully have accumulated the money in some sort of interest-bearing account to make their payments in advance of the purchase. This saves them some interest because they do not borrow money, and in most cases they generate a little bit of taxable interest along the way. However, as soon as they pull the money from the interest-bearing account to make the purchase, they also drop down to the zero line. This is because they obviously lose interest when the money they spent is no longer generating any more interest. An amazing benefit with an IBC account is that you literally continue generating uninterrupted compound interest on 100% of your account value, even when the money is being used somewhere else. Remember, not all money issues are financial. Some are heart issues. You are well advised to act as a good steward to make choices that honor God in the process of using His financial blessings. His rewards sometimes are eternal. Matthew 6:19-21 tells why. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.